Hello and welcome to today's virtual card and a cuppa with me, Fiona Whitten. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based here in the UK in Wokingham in Berkshire. And as I just said, today is a virtual card and a cuppa day. Just bear with me for 2 seconds whilst I double check that this is going out live, which hopefully it is. Looks like it. That's good. Right, brilliant. Okay, this is the last virtual card and a cuppa for 2023. Primarily because the next few weeks I'm going to be pretty busy. On Wednesdays, we've got a social gathering and various other bits and pieces. So I decided to end early this year, and then I'll be back in January with the virtual card and the cuppas. But I'm not going away completely. I'm just simply going to be doing stamping and creating on the Wednesday afternoons. So following on from this week, every Wednesday afternoon will be a stamping and creating event until the 3rd Wednesday in January, when there will be the first card and a cuppa and virtual card and a cuppa of 2024. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what we've been getting up to over the last year. This is the last kit for the year. When I designed it, I was thinking, do people still, I can't figure out whether people still wanted to do Christmas cards, birthday cards, or Happy New Year cards, or some other occasion. So what I designed is actually, you can use it and adapt it for whatever occasion that you want. So this is the kit that everybody had for today. Usual envelope. We have a landscape card which has been cut, so the other half of the A4 would be here. So it's been cut on the short side at 10.5 centimeters all the way down the length of the cardstock, and then scored at 14.9, and that creates the base card. So we've got the fold on the left hand side. You can turn it around and make it into a 10-fold portrait card. So the fold is here at the top. And I will sometimes use them like that, but I prefer not to. I'm just trying to find my bone fold before I get any further, because I know if I don't burnish this now, I will totally forget. So I'm just going to give that fold a quick burnish, so that's that done. So that was the first two bits. There's then a panel of real red cardstock, because I was thinking, it's Christmas, let's keep it red. A piece of basic white, which can be layered on top, like so. There's no need to have a piece of basic white for the inside, because obviously we've got a basic white card base. We've then got a piece of basic white that's been punched out using the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. So this is what it looks like. This, together with, I don't know if you can see it because of the light on it. So this, if I do it that way, can you see it any better? Yeah, slightly. This, together with the stamp set, are actually in the new mini catalogue that comes out in January. But you will also find them currently in the online exclusives. So you can actually order these now. You can order them individually or as a bundle, just so you know. And as I said, you will find them in the online exclusives. So that's some of the things that I took with me today. So using the punch, punched out the same shape in different colorways in paper. So this paper is from the current mini catalogue, which ends very beginning of January. So I've used both the Joy of Christmas and also the Joyful. I like the Joyful because it has gold foiling on it, so it's sort of It makes it very, very pretty. Very Christmassy if you want to use it, or you can just mix and match it with other things to make it some other thing. So that was the paper, and then a strip of, again, the joyful paper to go on the inside, should I want to use that. So that was the kit. The cards I took varied from a Christmas card. So this features the Brightest Glow stamp set. So we've got the 'Tis the Season image here. So the Brightest Glow you'll find in the annual catalogue. And before gluing the panel of basic white onto the card front, you need to glue the pieces, the hexagon pieces on. So I started with this middle one here on the top row, did either side, trimmed off, then put some of the pieces with the gold foiling on. So I put those two on, and then this piece you simply, I'll show you this, simply glue one end on here, trim it off, and then the other end on the other side, and again trim it off. So that was fairly simple. The sentiment, as I said, is from the Brightest Glow stamp set. I used this little border here, actually does come from the Heartfelt Hexagon, and I'll be using that again in a minute. So it's this little dotted one here, and then added a snowflake and an iridescent rhinestone just to finish that off. So all of these are glued flat. This sentiment piece is actually on with dimensionals, so it sticks up a little bit, and then I simply glued in that strip of paper inside the card. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. I look at the light. Oh dear, sorry about that. So that was the first card. The second card looked like this, and this time I used the Happy New Year sentiment again from Brightest Glow stamp set. For some reason I thought I didn't have a Happy New Year stamp, but then sort of occurred to me it was actually here, so I did that. So this time the two red hexagons here were glued on first, and then the sentiment was stamped onto the middle hexagon, and then I simply glued behind it. So if I show you, so pretend that that's your stamped sentiment. You're then going to glue one piece on there like that, and then your third piece you're going to cut in half from point to point and add one side and one the other side. So that was how I got that look. I wanted to have the gold foiling showing on the card front. So that's all added with dimensionals, and then I added some of the iridescent rhinestones. And I haven't actually done anything on the inside, which is a bit naughty of me. So I'll need to do that. So that was my Happy New Year card. And then lastly, I took one that simply said Happy Birthday. And that sentiment comes from the Go-To Greeting stamp set. So you will find this in the annual catalogue as well. And I like this because you've got Happy Birthday, thinking you, just a note, and thank you. And you've got those in various sizes. The smallest size you also got and hello. So you've got 3 different sizes here. You've got the largest, the middle, and then the smallest, and then the smallest has an additional saying hello. So I used that, and I don't know if you can see it, maybe I shouldn't really tell you, but I will. Because these are double-sided, you'll find that some of them have got obviously different paper on the other sides. which can be used for a slightly more masculine card. I use this, but the notes are actually, that one's would be going the right way. I'm not quite sure why, but this one, the notes are going up and down rather than side to side, but hey, they're faded enough that you can't really see. So I simply stamped the happy birthday on there, glued the 3 hexagons on, added the happy birthday with some dimensionals, and then added some of these rather sweet, she says, I don't know, I had them all out. Here we go. So I used, this one's the rustic metallic dots. Which are those? These are the iridescent rhinestones that look like this, nice and sparkly. Well, they don't actually, they look sparkly to me, but they don't look too sparkly on the laptop. And then these are the snowflakes, which you'll find in the mini catalogue. So you've got white, gold, and a copper stroke bronze colour in different sizes as well, which is quite nice. So you can, so the different sizes and slightly different shapes. So the little ones are like this. Don't know if I put that behind. Can you see better? So the little ones are like that. The next size up look like that. And then the largest ones look like that. So those were the embellishments I took. So those are the 3 cards that were made and taken with me today. I'm just going to put them to one side because now I have a 4th card to make, and $64 million question, as always, is what do I do? And I think I'm going to use this base card to create a fun fold card. There's no reason why I can't. I keep it simple at Card and a Cuppa. I mean, occasionally we get the trimmer out and they can cut things, well, quite often they can cut things how they want. So I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to cut this piece here. I'm going to cut it off. You could actually do one of 2 ways. You could score here and simply fold that back on itself, or you could cut it, and then I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So this is 14.9, so essentially it's 15, let's call it 15. So I'm going to cut 7 centimetres off, like so. Now I'm going to use that because I'm going to turn it around and put it like that. So this is just an incredibly simple fun fold card. Now this is 10.5 by 7, so I need a panel that is going to be 10 by 6.5, because I like to go down by 0.5 centimetre each time. So that will sit on here, like so. And then I want some white, and that needs to be, so that's already 9.5, so that needs to be 6. So we've got 7, 6.5, 6, like so. So that's that. Now I could use these 2 pieces, although I need to cut it down slightly, and glue it on there as well. So that should be 6.5. And that should be 6, she says. That should go on there. That can go on there. Oops, actually it's a bit too small. So maybe we won't do that. But what I'm actually going to do is something different. So that will go on here, like so. Let's stop cutting before I start making even more mistakes. So we have that as our starting base. Cut a little bit off those so I don't need that. Right, so I'm going to just basically see what this looks like, because I don't know, I've got reds like that. We've got some more red there. Maybe I'll use green. I want to cover this. I don't want to leave anything. I don't know what we said this was. This was 9.5. That's about right. So glue that one on. Then I'm going to glue that bit on there, cut it off, and then that will fit on that end as well. So I'm just going to make sure that I use all my pieces. In fact, maybe I should just stick that in the middle. That might be better. I'm going to stick that on in the middle, or thereabouts. One, 2, 3, 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, not quite. Probably be about it there. Like that. So then I'm going to put that piece on here. So I'm just going to glue this end here. Like so. Have them touching. It's such a regular shape that it's okay to have them touching. It should all fit together. So I'll trim that bit off. Turn it, and I'm going to put that piece on there. This is where I end up with glue all over the place, but hey. So that's going to go on there. Like so. Oops, no. Like so. Kind of looks like a sweet, actually. It doesn't look very straight, though. Let's see. I'll take that piece off. This is where I wish I had one that I prepared earlier. So I'm going to put this piece here. And then I'm going to put that, what's left of it, there. This is where I'm just going to glue here now. Take this piece off. Like so. And then this piece is going to go here. Kind of like making a mosaic. Just, whoops, don't put that on there though. So that's going to go on there, like that. Like that. That's okay, that's what we got on there. So we could put that one on there and there. What's on the other side of that? No. I think I'm going to I want to keep it a bit green and green. Yes, I think that's what I'll do. But and obviously you can change out the colourways. It's basically to whatever it is that you have to hand when it comes to paper. This is some of what I have left from the mini catalogue papers, which they're not carrying over. Only one is, which is the Winter Meadow. And I'll put that bit on here, like so. Got them all fitting together like that. There we go. So that's all those. Let's move those bits out of the way. That will dry in a minute. So that's going to go on here. That's going to look a bit of a patchwork. That's going to go on there, like so. Now I could put the sentiment on that way, or if I do that, you're not actually going to see it, are you? So we could just put a long sentiment on there, but I've got this piece here that was cut by mistake. Let's see what have I got here that I could put on here. Season's greetings, that might fit, and then that will just go. So let's take this out and see if it will fit on here, which it will. Hope that that's straight. Right, so we're going to put that on here. And what colour shall we do? Let's do, well, we could do black, but I kind of feel like I want to go a little bit Christmassy. So we could do garden green. Let's see how that looks. If we don't like it, you can always turn it over and use the other side. So, oops. Try and use my grid paper to at least have my cardstock straight for stamping on, even if I don't have my stamp straight on the block. Hoping it is. Oh, it's okay. So that's going to go across there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to banner the ends. So I'm using exactly the same kit as everybody had this morning. I'm just taking it one stage further and basically messing around and cutting things and doing things with it. So make a banner, cut up the middle, and then take it from the point on the corner to the point in the middle that you've just cut, and then repeat other side. Like so. Now, and I've also got this that can go underneath. I think I might just, if I cut that in half, I can then make it slightly longer. Quite like the idea of that. I know it means that it's not going to be joining in the middle, but it doesn't matter. It's in the middle there, and no one's going to see it because it's going to be hidden. That's that. Do I want to pull could banner that as well, but I'm not going to. So by cutting it in half and gluing it, you see, it's not, I've only added a little bit to it in length, but it saves me from having to cut another piece of cardstock. I can just simply use that. So this is going to get glued to the piece of real red. Like so. This is then going to get glued to the piece of basic white, which is this piece here that I've cut off. Like so. Now this is going to get fixed onto the card front. What you want to do is you want to make sure that it's central, top, bottom, left, right. Now just be careful that you only want to glue the left hand side, which is the bit that's going to get glued to that one half of the card front, because obviously there's nothing there now. Or you can use the Stampin' Dimensionals, it's really up to you, but I'm just going to carefully, she says, glue. I'm not going to go completely to the middle, that way I know I'll be all right. Let's put that one there. If I eyeball it so that this and that piece there is kind of in the middle there. Obviously I didn't quite make it into the middle of that piece of card. So there's that. Now that's going to go on the top. And I'm going to add that with some dimensionals. I'm definitely going to put one in the middle there, over the gap, and just one either end. You don't really need too many on here. I know that there are some people who just like to dimensional the heck out of things, but I'm not really one of them. Now you'll find that the red is going to fit the whole width of that exactly. I think that's pretty much in the middle like that. Now I have that piece of red and that piece of white still that I had cut down from here, and I've also got my piece of foiled paper. Do I want to use this or not? I think it's a bit too wide, so I might, no, I'm not going to trim it down. I will use something else to do. So I'm just going to simply glue the white onto the panel, like so. Now I'm going to stick this inside the card here. And the way to do that, to make sure that you haven't got it so that you will see it, because obviously I want the whole thing to be hidden, is to simply open up your card. This is a trick that I've shown people for classes and things. So you're going to open up your card, you're going to put the glue on the side that you want to have glued to the inside. So with that still facing up, you're going to place this on here. Now I know because this is slightly smaller than that obviously when you close the card, you're not going to see it. So then you simply just close the back down on top, like so. And then when you open it, that is in the spot that you want exactly. And then when you close the card, you won't see it. So I hope that made sense. So that is, oh no, I need to put some embellishments on, don't I? So where are, now I could put snowflakes on, I could put iridescent pearls. I'm not sure about the snowflakes. They might work. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm just going to put a snowflake up here. Another one down here. And then one of the smaller ones. Maybe they've gone and hidden themselves. I've got 1, 2. Put one of these up here. And I could, so you can even layer these if you wanted to, but I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use one of the iridescent pearls, one of the smaller ones. Going all out. Put these on here, like so. These are too big to go on there. So maybe I should have put a larger snowflake up on that one. Let's see if I can get that one off. Might have left a bit of icky, sticky stuff there. Just put a big one on instead. And then I can put a pearl on top of that. One of the iridescent pearls on top of there. Okay. So that is the 4th card then, all done. So I've used exactly the same kit as that was used for these other cards. I've simply cut the card front in half and then use that to decorate. So that is my 4th card. So here we go. These were the first 3 that went this morning. 2 card and a cuppa. 1, 2, 3, and then that's this afternoon's card during my virtual card and a cuppa. Let's see if I can get these down so you can see all 4 of them like that. So as I said, this is the last virtual card and a cuppa of 2023. It's December. God, time is flying by. So we've only got a few weeks left. I just wanted to quickly say, being December, there are a couple of things to tell you. There is a new kit in the kits collection. There is also clearance rack was updated this week. And if you decide that you would like to join Stampin' Up and be part of the Acorns, then you can actually include in your kit this month items from the new mini catalogue, which doesn't go live to the general public until the 4th of January. So get in touch if you would like more information about that. Everything that I have shown you, you will find on my online store, which you can find at oakfieldcrafts.stampinup.net. And I'll be back next week, as I said, for a Stampin' and Creating, and I'll be sharing, or I think I might share a sneak peek of some of the things coming up in the new mini catalogue. So what I've used today, the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch, is, as I said, actually available now. It is in the mini catalogue, but it and the coordinating stamp set are in fact in the online store. So you can get a hold of that now if you would like. And that's it for today. So thank you for watching. As I said, hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.